It's true. I quit my job.
Yeah, so I don't know, this has been something that's been on my mind for a very long time, and I'm terrified to say it, but I wanted to give you, I guess, like, my notice. I've found it a little hard to, like, kind of really, move into the role, I think, because just generally the work is a little on the line for me. It sucks because, like, I wish it could have just been perfect alignment and, like, but that's not how life works.
That was so scary. Why am I so scared? So, I'm sending in my resignation letter today. Oh, life is so weird. So weird. I don't even know what I feel right now. I just know I feel incredibly uncomfortable. And that's because I'm showing up to a place that I no longer enjoy. And I'm continuing and I'm continuing and it's like defying everything my mind and body and spirit is telling me. And I've been doing this for, I want to say, years. Even though I've wanted this for so long, I've somehow found ways to, like, prolong the pain and, like, numb the pain and find excuses and ignore what I've been feeling. But I've really been, like, quietly quitting for the past, like, 2 to 3 years, for sure. Mentally checked out, for lack of better words, and I am nearing the last 2 weeks of my time here, and I couldn't be more impatient. I don't know, it just feels like my body's, like, coming out of itself, and it's like I just feel this, like, incredible discomfort. Like, this couldn't be the most validating thing. Like, my gut is, like, tired of me not listening to it. I feel like I'm just, like, in fight or flight all day. And even though I'm working from home, that is bullshit. Sorry, yes. I mean, I would take working from home over a lot of things. I have to be on standby all the time. Deadlines are constant, daily deadlines. It's fine for some people, but not for me, and it's not fine anymore. I have ran out of time that I can give here. I, like, want to cry, but I don't. Like, I don't even have the energy to cry because I still had to go through a whole day's worth of work. Like, my head hurts. My head does hurt. I'm gonna take an Advil. Literally though, like, I've been medicating myself just to remain compliant with this area of my life. It's sad because no one prepares you for this shit. I don't think there is, like my parents, I don't think they've quit anything. And there's, like, that cultural shame of feeling like you're ungrateful or feeling like you don't deserve that. You don't deserve to, like, make a change in your career or claim something different or make a difference or believe in yourself or go after your big dreams and goals. Just ingrained in you to stay safe, stay at one job. And I think there's beauty in that too, but I think there is no beauty in knowing that you don't belong somewhere, that you don't enjoy something, and continuing to stay there for the sake of not ruffling feathers. I'm okay. I just have to write this fucking thing and then I also need to like just eat something. Hello. Totally, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, I've been here for so long, so it still feels like scary and all that, but like still like real and like the right thing to do. So my career desires, I think I saw that they weren't really like available or possible. Maybe just coming from like inside, seeing that there's not really like growth paths, maybe ripple affected like my thoughts of like career advancement. Okay, so I'm actually packing up my equipment to return it to my job that will soon be my old job. So, laptop, goodbye. I don't want to give back my charger because it's literally the only laptop charger I have. Like, do I have to give back everything? I gave you guys my time. But this is real. This is like making it super real for me. Life has just felt pretty surreal. Like, I've never quit a full-time job. This has been my only full-time job. This is crazy. But I'm gonna go into the office, which I haven't been in a couple weeks. And I'm gonna do like a last lunch with some of my coworkers. Yeah, super scary. Well, I'm not that scared today because I'm gonna see my coworkers and that makes me feel good. I don't know. This is so weird and so new and so bizarre, but it's part of life. And this isn't like something that I cannot do. I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it, and I am fine. The world is not ending. It's just something new. We're not taught how to do this at all. I'm working through my shame and my guilt, but like the fact that I feel guilty for doing this, like to who? Literally, I should be proud of myself for doing this for myself. Au revoir para nosotros. I think I'm actually gonna cry. Girl, I'm having a moment. I'm falling back on what I know. Is this thing on? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's true. It's freaking true. I quit my job. I did the biggest thing that your parents warn you about. It's like the worst thing, apparently, to do in your career, let alone your 20s, let alone when you have a good paying job. You guys know of it. There's this huge judgment put upon us to not quit your job. Be grateful and and keep it forever and work at one place forever. Well, that's just not the way it goes anymore. And that's just not the reality anymore. And that's not my reality. I somehow got a job out of college working at a creative agency in LA. And it was like the perfect job for me at the moment. It made complete and total sense for me to take the opportunity. I knew that it was for me at the time. I moved to LA. I moved into my very first apartment with two of my coworkers. I really dove into the whole like new lifestyle change, working 9 to 5, which I don't know why they say that. It's 9 to 6, bro. It's not 9 to 5. Okay, not for me. This was 2017, 2018 era. So I was going in, working in person 5 days out of the week. And on the weekends, I would like create videos if I had the energy to, but I was really pumping them out and trying to juggle work, life, and my passions. The goal was to mix work and passions. At the moment, it just wasn't the reality. Like I had to work at the job to support my dreams. That is a lot of people's realities. That is the majority
of people's realities. I ended up, after a while, just kind of sacrificing my passions and my dreams and my goals and my creativity because I was burning out. To work 40 hours a week, and it's like always a little bit more because of the commute and like everything else. There were times where, balancing it all was working out, but it was very rare and not sustainable. From the point I got the job, I knew that this wasn't like my long-term place. Like I knew this was just like a stepping stone. And then at a certain point, I can't even exactly remember when, but like I started recognizing things were out of whack. I was now sacrificing my dreams and passions a lot more. I no longer had the energy or like motivation to create for myself. I started feeling really hopeless. This was no longer a stepping stone. This was now most of my life and most of my time and most of my energy. And my dreams and passions were just like drifting away further and further. And I was like, wait, like you were the plan. What happened? What helped me stay for a long time was, first of all, the pay, the fact that it was supporting my life in LA. Like I was able to pay for my expenses and my rent because I was working there. Along with that though, I really started becoming closer and forming really deep, meaningful friendships at the job, which was like a delight to me. That's all I care about is connection. So having that really like motivated me to keep showing up. I was like, well, these people that I admire and think are cool and interesting are showing up, so I should keep showing up. I'm 27 now, but during this time I was 22, 23, 24, very impressionable, still a sponge, I feel like. And so I was really taking in what was around me and like reflecting it onto me, which I think is helpful, normal, all of those things, but I wasn't checking in with what I truly wanted. Does this feel right still? Should you rethink where you're at right now? I do believe that I was trying my best. I sometimes think, could I have tried more? Could I have tried harder? And I think if I did, like I would have had to sacrifice something that really meant a lot to me, which is myself, my health, physically, mentally. Fast forward to like now, what kind of brought me to this decision to like finally do it. It took a lot of contemplation. It took a lot of thinking, but also a lot of just being. I think I sat with myself more than ever in the past 6 months or so, meditating, journaling, talking to my therapist, talking to friends, talking to myself, creating and like getting back into the flow of creating to finally recognize this part of my life that I continued to show up in was no longer for me. It was so obvious at this point. It's like staying in a relationship you're no longer happy in, but not doing anything about it. I really tried to like make it work, even though I came to this realization that I no longer enjoyed the work or the job. I can't tell you how many videos I've seen on my feed telling me to quit my job. I completely ignored it because I was like kind of warding it off, like that's risky, that is not my truth. Who knows what kind of situation they have? And it's true. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Check in with yourself and your situation and your reality. And that's what I ended up doing. I am getting these messages like from the universe or the algorithm, whatever, because there is truth there. I do want to quit my job, but I don't feel like I can. It took me a long time to connect my mind and my intuition with what I was doing and what I was saying. I was actively saying, I don't want to work here. I don't like the job. I don't like what I'm doing. But every day I was choosing to like get up and show up. And it wasn't until I started taking more of the other side, which was investing more into myself and what I care about in my career and my dreams, that I saw the disconnection in my life. Like the more I poured into my spirituality, visualizing my future and what I wanted, that's when it became so clear that what I was doing in the present moment was so far disconnected from my future goals that like it would be counterproductive to remain here. And I think that's what like ultimately proved to me and helped me realize that like I really had to make a radical change, because at this point I was wasting my time. Doesn't matter if I was being paid for it. I was not existing. That maybe sounds weird, but like I was no longer investing in my future, to whereas when I had first started the job, it was, soaking up information to help my future self. Now, I did not feel that connection with my future self. My future self was looking at me like, you are prolonging the pain and the discomfort and your experience, the time it's going to take to get you to where you want to be, because you are remaining where you shouldn't be anymore. That's a really hard decision to make, because no one can tell you what to do but yourself, especially not me. Not your parents, not your family members, not your friends. They can help you and support you in making your decision, but you need to know what to do, or at least know how you feel about what you're doing, which is very hard. I'm not saying this to be like, it's simple, but sometimes we overstay our welcome. I felt like I had gotten on a boat to get to a certain destination or get closer to a destination, and I had fallen asleep at the wheel and sailed way too far into the ocean the other way. I missed my stop. It was because it required me to do more work. Like, it wasn't just going to be in my face. I was going to have to do some digging. I was going to have to do, some exploring of myself. I am so grateful for the experience. I am so grateful for everything that it came with, but it was my time to go. Although the decision was super hard and still is super hard, I am very sure and positive in the decision that I made. It was for me, and it was time. And I had to do it. There was no other way around it. I really, if anything, just needed a new experience and a new challenge. It's not to say like, if you want to do something fun and quit your job. At the same time, it was something that I really believe I had to do. And me saying that right now is so nice, because I realize the more I claim it, the more opportunities kind of arise from that, because the universe and whatever you believe in and just your environment takes that in and is like, oh, she's ready. She really believes it. She's for real this time. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, and follow me along on this weird freaking journey of life. I am working on a few videos for you guys, this one being one of them. I'm also constantly creating on other platforms, Instagram, Substack, Patreon. If you guys feel so inclined to join me on any of those, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to me. Let me know how you're feeling, how this resonates, what you're going through. Life can be beautiful. I promise you, your life can be beautiful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Sun.